Jaylen, can you walk us through what led to the ejection?
To be honest, I'm not sure. But I wish I would have got my money's worth. I always thought my first career ejection would be something a little more exciting. You know, maybe a tussle or something. You know, guys get folded up, go to the ground, not some over-emotional ref who had a bad day. Like, what I'm most upset about is I should have got my money's worth.
So Joe said that the first thing you said, he was told, you said, don't call that weak-ass expletive. What was the second thing? I don't want to. What was the second thing? I mean, I assume that was accurate. What was the second thing that got you tossed?
I don't know. So I think it's a difference between showing emotion and it being disrespectful or derogatory towards another person. I don't think I was directing it towards him whatsoever, especially on the second one. It wasn't even close. I'm on the bench. You know what I mean? I'm talking from the sideline. He can't even hear anything I'm saying. So he calls a tech from across the court. You know, that's for sure have to do with somebody having their emotions too involved in whatever else is going on, and they accessing their power with technical fouls. Like, you know, I ain't gonna comment on officiating in general, but I am gonna comment on this guy in particular tonight. I thought that was.
And not to keep harping on it, but it seemed like the first tech happens, you go to another ref and start talking to him about whatever, and then was the other ref, the first tech that the first guy that called the tech on you, was he still talking to you? Because it looked like he was still talking from across the court.
Yeah, after he called the first tech, I wasn't even talking to him. So I was talking to the other ref, trying to explain my case. You could tell like his emotions were involved and X, Y, and Z. He wanted to make it a back and forth. I'm explaining to the ref, and you know he calls the second tech from the other side of the court, which you know was a clear example of somebody exercising their power to try to get somebody thrown out the game. I thought it was, but it is what it is. We got the win.
D-White was good. How's he been?
D-White was great tonight. You know, when like that second half, the way we played, especially in that third quarter, I think that's what, you know, we try to establish as our identity, you know, being able to play fast, guarding from multiple positions, making the right reads. And like we talked about all season, success is going to look different, you know, being able to get KP involved, welcome him back, and D-White just being aggressive. You know, we're going to need that over time. We're going to need Sam to be aggressive. We need Peyton to be aggressive. And we got a lot of wide open looks tonight. You know, a lot didn't go in, or a lot did go in, some didn't, but, you know, we played the game the right way for the most part.
Jaylen, you mentioned having KP back. Just how did he make a difference, especially in the beginning of the game when he made his first 7 shots?
Yeah, he's just a threat. Just adds another huge threat to our offense. Him just being 7'3", setting screens, getting down threes, and him being able to shoot the ball, you know, makes teams have to make decisions, which opens up my game, which opens up D-White's game, everybody's game. So KP being on the floor is just him just being there as a threat.
Joe used the words empowering your teammates. How were you and Jason in that first quarter kind of getting everybody else going, and what was your mindset going in?
Just being aggressive. Definitely my mindset was trying to get guys going. I know KP's first game back, so I wanted to make sure he got his rhythm and stuff like that. So I think my first assist was to him tonight. But just, you know, trying to get guys in spots and empowering them to play and getting out in transition. That was just kind of my emphasis for tonight. And I think we just played an overall solid good game. We had some wanes, but I thought it was a good game on our behalf.
Jaylen, along those lines, Coach mentioned that also just the fact how, you know, getting other guys involved is super important. But is that something that you and Tatum have talked about, or is that something that is just happening organically in the sense of you guys just reading the defense, knowing when it's time to, you know, move the ball around, and knowing when it's time to attack like you did in the second half?
Yeah, I think it's one of the themes for, you know, us as a team. You know, other organizations do a good job of empowering our guys, and we got to continue to do that too. You know, empowering Peyton, empowering, you know, Derek, empowering guys, Drew, everybody that's around, Luke, to play at a high level. And that takes, you know, just instilling confidence and trust. You know, it takes chemistry that needs to be built. But that's definitely been an emphasis of mine as the season starts, because the goal is obviously to win as many games as possible, but to be ready when the playoffs start.
Presented by your New England Ford dealers. Built for America. Built Ford proud.